Good afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. It is currently around 6 p.m. JK, it's 6:37, but I am back here at school. It's Easter, by the way. Happy Easter. I have 2 weeks of classes to go, and I'll be presenting in 3 weeks almost. Well, not quite. Beginning of May, so right now it's about mid-April. I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all. Oh, so sorry about that. I'm not ready at all. And I just found this really cool program, so I might mess around in there and waste the next 3 days of my life in it. I'm just kidding. It's not a waste if it's an investment, but I'm also going to try and get my vaccination done tomorrow, my booster shot for traveling to Kosovo in literally the day after graduation. Guys, I've been so tired lately. I think today is especially just because I had a lunch today at someone's house, and it's like not people I'm like super duper close with them. I'm like close with them, but we're not like, there's still like that politeness that's really underpinning everything. But I got so much food. This is like this baked goods that one of my friends made. I'm gonna have that for breakfast tomorrow. I have bread. That might be why I'm sleepy right now. I had a couple rolls, and I have leftovers from Easter lunch. Oh my gosh, guys, it's really good. I got salmon. I got all this really nice homemade food. So much food. So good. And then I have my leftover lemon bars from yesterday when my roommate got engaged. So fun, so good. I'm really tired, if you can't tell. That's kind of why I'm talking right now, is to kind of give myself a little booster, I just talked about getting a booster. A little bit of a boom, I can't think of a word. A little bit of an energy boost. There you go. Burst of energy, boost, to get me through this evening into tomorrow. I have a practice run for a presentation tomorrow, and there's a little bit that needs to happen between now and then, just a little bit. So to recap, I spent all the way up till Wednesday sewing like mad to get that shirt done. So I got the shirt done on Wednesday night, ran to small group, went and painted, and then on Thursday I started my presentation. So we met as a group. Me and a couple of other students are in a peer review group. I hate saying peer and review right after each other. But we had to meet and run over our presentation stuff really fast, and I hadn't been able to think about it very much because I've just been trying to get things done. And so I talked to them for a bit about that. They gave me a couple of ideas. I created a thumbnail outline over the course of the day, put together a few thoughts, and just kind of tried to organize things. So by the time I was done with the day, around 5 p.m., I finished up that presentation, and I was pooped. So I intentionally rested that evening, which was on Thursday. It feels really weird. I feel so not quite myself lately. I feel like I've been I need to do these things that are self-care, and it's dude, I'm just more tired now because I had a milkshake instead of sleeping. I had a milkshake and watched a movie and stuff, and it's fine. It's okay to do that every once in a while. I don't normally do that kind of thing, so it was good. And then Friday I spent this first half pretty slow, just taking my time with the day, and then I spent the whole day writing, requesting money for my mission trip cards. So I wrote 20 of those and mailed them out in the evening. By the time I was done, it was the whole day just writing all of them. And that was Good Friday, so I watched a little bit of a Good Friday service and had dinner cut off. But I was saying, so Friday I spent the whole day writing those letters. And then on Saturday, I had the party with my roommate. So I spent the first half of the day making some really nice lemon bars, which I have now. I hand squeezed all the lemons and everything, so I felt super fancy. And then on Sunday, which is today, I went to church and then went to the lunch, and now here we are. So I haven't really had time or touched my presentation. I could have made time, but I didn't. and I have to go through a rough run of it tomorrow for my professor. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it out tonight. I'm gonna do a test run tonight, pretend I'm running it, and then see what feels wrong about it and redo a few things. So yeah. Also, since this is kind of my space. Ooh, I'm so sorry. This is my space, so I will tell you guys, which I'm not telling a lot of people, that I got back on dating apps a couple days ago. Now, say what you will, I'm only on one, and that's Bumble, and I'm doing it because I think that it's the right time, you know? And I said that before, but I think I'm more discerning. I have a more discerning eye for what I want. And I'm just not going to talk to people I'm not interested in. Like, end of story. And I'm getting better conversations already. I won't say talking to someone, then texting someone. And I don't hate it, you know? Like, I'm excited about it. I think that's probably also contributing to my slight fatigue at the moment, is that there's something else in my life going on besides school. And I also have never been around people so polite as I was today. Everyone was so polite, but I'm not used to that. And it kind of like, it was a little bit draining, not gonna lie. It was a little bit draining. And yeah, I'm kind of exhausted. I'm kind of pooped, and I'm good. I'm not gonna run myself ragged, so we're just gonna run through our presentation a couple times tonight, and I think do a little sketching tonight, and call that good. So I'll catch you guys later. Good morning, everyone. It's a little after 7. I'm feeling kind of tired, so I'm drinking a little coffee, and yeah, it's around 7:10. I packed up some clothes to change into afterwards, so I'm going to be going to the gym at school and just going straight to the showers and then going and getting started on school stuff pretty much right away from there. I just wanted to record a little bit because it's the beginning of the week, of one of the last weeks of school, and I just want to say like where I'm at right now, like in general. I feel like, well, I said yesterday how like this weekend was and everything. I feel like I've just been like, if I'm gonna have a little bit of self-reflective here, reflection, I've been pretty, like, I'm doing all of the things, right? I'm doing all the things I said I would do, but I'm also like adding in a lot of wasted time, a lot of distracted time, and it's almost like I can't just let myself have a moment that's completely quiet and still. Like, I'm always getting on LinkedIn, I'm always checking my emails, I'm always like doing those things that are like good, you know? I'm also on like Instagram, I'm on like Snapchat and stuff, so it's not always productive, but I feel like it's like this sense of wanting to have something else to think about so I don't have to sit with how nervous I am about the future or how many things I don't know yet or all these things I don't have control over. Like, I just feel like it's just kind of a coping mechanism, you know? And it's not like I'm not doing things that I need to do. I just feel like I'm robbing myself of peace through the process, you know? Like, I think if you want to have real peace, you have to face that discomfort head on instead of throwing in other things that just make it feel less like a big deal. And I think that I've been really just throwing the other things at it to make it feel like I'm managing okay, and if I feel busy, then I'm productive, right? But so I just wanted to have like a second of reflection on that, and also to say that like I think I've been falling into that like not going to bed when I said I want to. It's hard because like I've been reading so much, like so much. I've finished like 2 or 3 books last week. Not okay, not yeah, actually probably. I feel like I was being a little bit dramatic. Like that might be a slight exaggeration, but yeah, basically. Um yeah, so I have been reading a lot. And it's hard because I don't want to lose that, right? Because like I don't really have other time to sit and read for a while. It's usually when I'm getting ready for bed, and I just need to start going to bed sooner so that I can go to sleep sooner, so that I can wake up and not feel tired, so then I don't end up over consuming caffeine and sugar to feel awake.
and then crash later in the day, and you know what I'm like, it's like a self-defeating cycle. So it's just like I'm aware that what I'm doing isn't working and I need to redirect, I guess. And I'm talking through that on here because I think it really helps me to almost have this like fake audience that um and it's not that anyone watching this is fake, it's that you're not here in front of me right now. So there's this like accountability while also, you know, seeing this is where I'm at right now. Like, this is legitimately where I'm at right now, and I'm not happy with it. And it's not where I thought I would be necessarily, but sometimes, like, unexpected emotional responses to things, and you know, you can't prepare for everything, even if you're in a good space and you're like, yeah, this is working great. Like, you never know, like, what kind of added obstacles are gonna come. So, anyway, all that to say, I think a mental shift of like seeing it as, hey, let's like look at the problem as something to solve, right? Instead of seeing it as a permanent state of like, oh, I never have energy, or oh, I always feel bad. Like, no, bro, you got a little bit of a role to play here. Like, go to bed sooner. But it's hard because my roommate just got back last night, the one that got engaged on Saturday, and of course wanted to catch up with her a little bit. So it's okay, we're fine. The important thing is we're awake now and we're getting things done. And I'm gonna finish reading up this newspaper. I'm gonna get everything I need to go to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna take a shower afterwards, and then I'm gonna have school. So that's the plan at least. And the really nice thing is I didn't have to pack lunch today because I had leftovers from yesterday. So got that going for us. But catch you later.
Okay, so I was thinking about this morning. I'm going for a little bit of a walk, and I just wanted to like share some thoughts. Lately I've been feeling kind of like, I don't know if weird's the right word, but just like not as much peace as I'd love to have. And I know it's because I'm graduating in a few weeks and I haven't taken the time to think about it and really think about how I feel about that. I was having some serious like overthinking kind of vibes last night, not ruminating, but like replaying in my mind what I was gonna do and like thinking through things, really wrestling with it last night. And you know, I kind of wonder like, so I think here's the wild thing, right? So we live in a modern society. We live in a modern world where we can access so much of the world from our phones, and it's so immediate and it's so instant, and we have these short bursts of interest in things. And there's some like social scientists say that we have more free time than ever before, but the reality is it's all broken up into these tiny little chunks of like micro free time. So like I really have, if you look at my life from a macro perspective, there's no huge change. But if you look at those tiny moments, those little moments of peace that I used to have been transferred to moments of distraction. So I've reduced my own margin and have reduced my ability to just exist without distraction of some kind. I noticed that even this morning, like there's days I'll take slow, but lately I've been like jumping onto so many apps and stuff that like it's ridiculous. So I'm on the roof of the parking garage trying to figure out what to do with my jacket. So it's Thursday night and I have a big interview tomorrow morning at 10:30 in the morning, and it's about a half an hour away. So yep, it's gonna be a time. I don't even know where to start to prepare for it. I stayed home to get things done, but it was partially because I've been so busy and so like working so many things and like trying to have time to feed myself that I haven't had time to shower. So I didn't shower between Monday morning and this morning, which
It's Thursday. And to make things worse, I like worked out last night too. So that's disgusting. But I was like, I'm not gonna shower at midnight. I'd have to lose more sleep that way. Bro, like you're losing sleep either way. Um, anyway, yeah, so like I needed to shower, but I took a shower this morning and I worked from home in the morning and I modeled out a shirt for my capstone. So I have two shirts done, but this one was different. This one I made from scratch, so I'm kind of proud of that. But I'll be modeling out a few more things before this project is completely done. I'm hoping. See, the thing is, I'm taking a little pressure off because I'm not trying to make all of them insanely accurate manufacturing instructions because that's not what I want to go into for a job. Like, I understand how to read patterns now, and that's great, and that's really, really cool, but I also don't ever see myself being a pattern designer, like the person who makes the end, like, readable instructions. I need to know how to read them, and I need to know how they work, but I do not need to know everything about them. It's bad though because I'm the kind of person that's like, I I want to know everything about it, at least a little bit. But anyway, moving on. So that's pretty much where I'm at in my capstone right now. It's been a very productive day, but I'm also really pooped because, like I said, I barely had time to shower this morning. I haven't been working smart, you know. I've been working hard. I've been showing up. I've been showing up fully. I've been putting my foot in it, if you will. But I have not been wise per se in how I'm going about things. But I don't know. I just have to be able to show up fully and be well rested enough and be human enough to put my thoughts together. So sleep is probably the best decision, honestly. Reading a book, going to sleep, drinking some tea, all sounds pretty good to me. And the thing is, I've already gotten a lot more done today than I was expecting. So I feel kind of weird. Like, I think on extra productive days, we deserve extra productive rest, you know? That's what I think. And that's why tonight I will not be working my butt off as much as I want to. As fun as it would be, I want to be able to work my butt off tomorrow. And I already did work my butt off today. I did. So that's the plan, and I will catch you guys later. Just stepped on someone's donut, but I'm walking back to my car. Sorry for the noise in the background. I'm sorry. So I had an interview this morning, and guys, I almost didn't go. I'm so unprepared for it, and funnily enough, I walk in and they like drop a whole new thing on me. I'm like, alright, cool, let's just roll with it. So fortunately for me, I have recorded a lot of my stuff over time to be able to present my projects, and so honestly it wasn't that hard because I'd already done most of the work just by being myself and doing all of that in advance. I felt bad though because I think all of it would have sounded better live. I wish I could have just done it more, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, and I don't know, I think it went pretty well. I was really like, I don't know, it's just it was just so thrown off like about all of it, so hopefully it works out okay. Okay, so I'm making coffee right now and my roommates are about to come downstairs, so I'm gonna record this really quick. But I just wanted to say that like I feel like the fact that I'm on and off dating apps has been like this really big source of like affirmation for me. And it's because a lot of the times like I need to hear that from myself, that I'm proud of myself and I'm doing a good job, but it's easier to believe it from someone else, even if I don't even know them. Like a guy that I've been talking to has been very, very affirmational of like being like, oh yeah, you're really good at like, you're good at what you're doing such a good job. It's really nice to hear. It's really nice to hear. Even if it's for different reasons, even if it's not, they don't know what they're talking about. Like, it's that raw affirmation that we often lack from ourselves, and so it's easier to hear it from someone else. And I just wanted to take a second to say that, like, you should be proud of yourself and independent of if anyone else thinks you are or not, because
people are allowed to be wrong, but also you're allowed to be fine separate from your behavior, right? Like you're allowed to be good and valuable separate from whether or not you're a good designer or a good artist or a good whatever. Because being good at it is simply the result of doing it, you know? It's simply the result of doing it more and listening to good criticism, not just raw affirmation. You can enjoy affirmation in the same way you can enjoy a good dessert or a good cup of coffee. But in the same way that you're never going to be satisfied with that, you're never going to have enough fuel to move forward in a way that's meaningful. You also need to have that really good criticism and good harsh, like other side of it. Not solely one or the other, and it needs to be healthy in between. But I think it's really important to fuel yourself with both, and don't look just for empty affirmations, because you're never going to have enough of them. I'm just going to say that now. You're going to hear it and you're going to want to hear more of it, and it's addicting, and you're going to want to keep hearing it from anyone, regardless of if it's fans or your friends or your family. The crazy thing is they don't have to be right to say it, and they don't have to be right for you to believe it either. So the nice thing is, same thing is true for really harsh criticism and like personal attacks on your character and stuff. You don't have to, they don't have to be right to say it, and they also don't have to be right for you to believe it. And so that gives you some power over whether or not you're discerning if their criticism is valid or if their compliments are valid. Now, take compliments as you will, and honestly, I'm more of the like lean into the positive kind of thing, because I think focusing on the lack of what you have is only going to create more of that lack. You're never going to be satisfied with your skills, you're never going to be satisfied with your talents. But if you're able to see that as an area for potential growth in the future, the focus on the growth will create more growth, in my experience and like what I've seen. And that's, I think, where this season of my life has been in, is this season of like, oh, I need less chaos or less whatever, and ultimately that just creates less joy for me, and it's a sad thing and it's a bummer. And I just wanted to share that really, really quick and be like, hey, you don't need other people's affirmation to be good enough, and you don't also need to earn it. You are, independently of your behavior and your contribution, valuable to the world. Now, of course, you should find ways to give something meaningful back, but it's out of this place of satisfaction in your own significance. So